13 in 31. Or facts about me. As long as I remember myself, I am on my own mind. At the same time, very communal oriented, curious, kind, blah blah blah. But at 13, it was the time here, hands on the wheel. I don't know how to drive a car. Never did. And of course, character development continued. I went through phases, gaming hard, partying hard, loving not so hard. Some educational experiences, and now I'm in something. Processing at 31. But psychologically, I stay at 13, and I welcome all my sides and cherish self in any form, and switch between easily. But at any crossroad, I am at that place of clarity. Of 13. I am very sensitive, able to cry on sentiments and feel your subtle nuances, compassion, empathy, tratata. Nevertheless, it's very hard to offend me. If in some circumstances you are sorry or not so sorry, that's on you and circumstances. But you do you and me do me. When it is of my choosing, I tend to be for weak people, weird, opposition and protests, total leftie, hippy, liberal, green, social democrat, anarcho commie, pirate, revolutionary. I have my diploma of state and municipal administration, but I have never worked as public servant. Let's not count student internships. First year of my university was on petrochemical refining program, but I can't stand math equations. So I moved to another uni for management program, where my abilities with words gave me a lot of free time to study what I really wanted. The internet. It was an enriching experience, but I had never seen myself in academic or corporate career to walk through hierarchy, and that kind of accountability very limitative. To test my hypothesis, I took a job at a bank for a short period of time, and yuck, meetings and backstabbing not worthy of me. In my 13, I hated to eat veggies. Basically ate only meat and fast food, cakes and candies, pasta and salads, cheese and ice cream. But in 31, what I consume, it is a complex question. Broccoli, my friend, and vitamins. You develop taste as you eat, but I am not vegan, extremist, a moderate one. Also, I sort my trash, physical and mental. At 13, I had a question to smoke or not to smoke. My parents do, and considering my affection towards nightlife, and I have already tried, so cool, and also they say cigarettes give you addiction, go test yourself. So many years with cancer sticks, but now I smoke only Mary Jane. At the age of 4, I had a seizure in dentist's office. Doctors diagnosed me with epilepsy, electroencephalography, kit on my head. So many times, so cool. A big chunk of my childhood and teens I spent on benzodiazepines. But later quit, cause what the point? It was one-time glitch that never repeated itself, and spending time and money on brain stuff is fun, but there are a lot of more fun things to do. Today, I enjoy going to dentist very much. Self-care is nice, but I can't take any pain and have to be heavily anesthetized. I have high metabolism, and meds don't stay in my blood for long, and at 13, I started to drink a lot of alcohol too. Finished 10 years later. Now I can drink maybe once or twice a year. With other mind-altering substances I am open to take, but not on a regular basis, cause health effects, and I'm very prone to addiction, and my love coffee. Every day, several cups, trying to drink less, but the taste. I just put 2-3 spoons of coffee green in my half-liter cup and pour boiling water over. A few minutes of waiting and 4 rocks of ice. Now, go, 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 go. And speaking of plaques, how can I mention not that first they do not affect me in crazy way, never lose my mind or become aggressive, and second I have some willpower. For many people plaques are problematic, so be careful. And war on drugs, total bullshit. So many dead people and ruined and value loss and power abuse, failed states and corruption and incarceration and victim mentality and unnecessary suffering. I believe in magic, God, energy, you name it. What version exactly? It depends with who I am talking. What terminology you are familiar with. I don't go to church, subscribe to any particular confession, or use some ideology above others. I do pray in my silent manner, meditate in some form or another, participate in different ceremonies and rituals to feel encouraged and for fun. And probably, how do you know that? But I feel like I have a very old soul. At 13, I felt self as old and wise, so skeptical, almost cynical. But now my perception of time and shit is, at least to say, strange. 3 books that have influenced me the most. My favorite fantasy world was created by J.R.R. Tolkien. Christopher has done tremendous work of editing and sharing the views of his father. Eternal gratitude to both for enriching my imagination. Great linguistics, mythology and philosophy. I haven't yet read the history of Middle-earth, maybe later, when I will be really old. The letters were very lovely, and I enjoyed Silmarillion over The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Complexity and tragedies of the book gave me a lot of food to think about my happy childhood. The whole writing is so fucking amazing. Movies are nice too. Maybe prequel trilogy, a bit of grotesque. Games, I played a few when I was a kid. Okay, but not extraordinary. Just funny characters that I like the most: Durin, Turamba, Melkor, Fëanor, and Tom Bombadil, Gollum, Samwise Gamgee. Second is Harry Potter. Hermione is the best. Sirius Black is too. I read The Goblet of Fire over one sleepless magical night. In movies, I appreciated sexualization and dark tones from Azkaban and further. And the third one is 100 Years of Solitude. I cried almost non-stop during reading, and don't remember a thing about it. But that was... I am lazy. Lazy as fuck. Do nothing, love. Procrastinate till you don't have a time, and you have to make a decision. My spiritual animal is amoeba, wally people, my endowment, but knowing that I am toad, quack quack, in comfort swamp, stuck in my little loop on repeat, I push myself into chaotic. Sometimes, often, it happens. Sleep deprivation maximum hours: 66, 72, 124. 72 without plugs, 66 and 124 with plugs. On day 4 without sleep I lost my peripheral vision on left side, but decided to continue experiment of 5 days without. When I reached 120 hours I decided that number 1, 2, 3 will be quite autistic to take, and after I took bed I decided nah, I want 1 more hour, but after I slept about 20 hours straight, my vision recovered, and the next day after that I was all good. I either can now sleep 24, but I prefer to sleep for 8-9 hours per day every 16-18 hours, and to nap daily is also preferably. I don't recommend that particular challenge to anybody. From about my 18, for about a decade, I had empty nights, but for a few years now I am seeing 1 dream in a week. My dreams, when I sleep, usually do not have a language. It's just moments, feelings, images, actions. From time to time, shocks. But not nightmares. They dream I am both on Rus and Angle, what I am speaking right now. And dialogues in my head never stop. I can switch my attention, go full Terabithia, fantasy heroes, movie plots, game mechanics, mystical maps, but I am deliberately English. I am Russian. I love Russia, and I am very sorry for the last century of Rus. But first and foremost, I am a human being in the world, a person in civilization, and English is the language. Before, we had Latin and French. My grandma, miss you so much, spoke French. Bonjour, l'amour, ça va, bien, au revoir. If only I knew what that means. French is very beautiful. Love language. Swearing music. Fuck, 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 fuck. And English is language of internet. Culture, art, science, business, show business. Hollywood. I watch TV and movies with subtitles and slowly immigrated to English-speaking YouTube and newsfeed, but also Thong's Yellow Submarine as my lullaby. An English alphabet was a poster above my bed, and exposure in school and uni and tutors and American Dream. As for the core values on which I was raised, not only dollar. You only live once, enjoy the life and have fun. Rules exist to break them. Think for yourself. Don't behave like a monkey. Don't repeat after others. If everyone jumps from the roof, will you do your own thing? There are 4 dogs in my life. First, Darcy, in family Dasha. She had true love with another Rottweiler. Second, Sarah. She was very intelligent, had 8 puppies and behaved with great dignity, excellent character, emotional intelligence and tenderness. Princess, free spirit and source of light, my role model. Third, Dusa. She was very lovely, playful, emotional and kind, always in my heart, my little sunshine. And Yasha. She was lovely, warm, sweet and very brave. She enjoyed sex with her toy mouse several times a day and slept a lot. I taught her to bark to get something when she wanted it. Just say it. Problem. A problem. The problem. The nature. Human and mine. We are so whimsical, wanting more, wanting to be good. Need discipline for that, but that I don't want. And we are liars, faking it, art making. Right now I am choosing words that smell of arrogance, anxiety, simple solutions, stereotypes and stress. Just can't bear it. Total bullshit. Isn't it? Like war on drugs or climate change. Oh, with negativity. So much to dismiss. So often with humor, but with some to be very specific. So, I have a problem with you all. People. With us. So much of us live in depression, diagnosed or not, just take a pill and don't look, don't remind, or you are just being moody, life is a zebra, consists of black and white, or you should work more and no time to think, or visit shrink, shaman, ask help in some institution to fix crazy, or this is how it's supposed to be, natural order of things, that you ought to be depressed, for others to be happy. The most to be lesser, so the few live their best. Speaking French, fuck, climate change is the issue, isn't it? Prevention is our chance, or probably mitigation is our chance, or maybe migration. There is a study that I had not read that predicts that global south will be affected much worse than north, and the story goes, and the slaughter to come is probably beyond our imagining. Or maybe a simulation will go well, somehow. Or another study that I also only heard of predicts sea level rise by 30 or even 60 meters. Or that study is straight from my fantasy that shit happens gradually, and some communities will enjoy the social and tech progress, and some will enjoy not so much the misery of uninhabitable territory. But it will be normal, as always. Anyway, climate issue pops up not by itself, but man-made. Masculine toxicity, diabolical patriarchy, wicked West, Pax Americana and Brussels effect pushed us into abyss And Putin is hiding on that rhetoric, overselling the idea to fight it off. But as another story goes, the urgency, however, doesn't quite fit the character. And Davos bodyguards, or Brexit promoters, or Trump voters, or Indonesian sluts and hoyas, or you or me, sun is shining for everybody. We are all participants of global trade, and some have a lot, and others have a lot of that, and rampant inequality need a fix. It's the rich. But money is a tool to measure and exchange the value. Actions done by people like me and you. And why do you do what you do? Are you driven by an invisible hand, playing day-to-day politics of place, just reacting to unpredictable incoming fire? And do you feel complex emotions, and your brain does seek patterns? Yeah? And do we form into competing hierarchies under some slogans for some goodies? Where is the super artificial intelligence to improve evolution? Not in the next future updates. And global warming at the door, knock knock, and global terror is still here, popular as never. We are stuck with what we have. Our magical minds, our wantings. From culture to political to economical to environmental. Or what if we nuke all our nukes to Arctic and Antarctic?